Good afternoon. How are you, Brian?
I'm fine, I'm
You
fine.
well? You well? Thank you for joining us here. This is your first time on XA.
Yes.
So how are you feeling?
I'm feeling honored,
Honored?
privileged.
We are honored. We are privileged. For a man who's been in this for as long as you have been, it really is a pleasure. So talk to me a little bit about that. You had early beginnings around 8 years old. You started in music,
Yes,
right?
I started very at a very young age because, to my grandmother, normally she used to go to choir practice and I was with. And I just loved what she was doing. She was always asked to come and join in when there's somebody absent with a voice, maybe a tenor or alto, and she would fill that gap as well.
Oh, wow.
Yes, she could do all three.
So this was your grandmother?
Yes,
been
and
in
I
the
picked it
family.
up from here. But that was just a love for singing, for music. And then from a small age, from Woodstock's time, I used to normally just sit by the radio all the time, listening to all the, Elton John, Lionel Richie, and all those guys. And even our local guys.
Yeah, no,
Richard
the
John
Rockets.
Smith, Rockets, and
Richard Caesar.
Jonathan Butler, Richard
all
Caesar.
of those.
Richard Caesar was actually my guitarist.
Oh, really?
Yes, I got
Cape
a lot
Town's
of them.
music
I got a
scene,
lot
so
of them.
small.
Yes, and then, a lot of them, quite a lot of them, that really inspired me. Lionel Peterson, them, all of those guys. Ricardo, young still at the time. When I heard him, I was older than him. But the older guys like Richard John Smith, them and that guys, Jonathan Butler time and so on, was just
Very
great.
much
It was,
informed your
it was
music.
inspiration. But I was already inspired inside of me from small in singing.
And it's just grown
A
from
street
there.
singer. I was actually a street singer. I used to
Street
sing on corners.
Where on
yeah.
the streets of Cape Town were you? Where could we have found you back in the
that
day?
was only in Woodstock, in East 6th Street. That's where I was born and raised.
Okay, we love to see it just down the road from our studios. But talk to us a little bit more about the bands that you've been in, because you've been in Spiritual Revival and a
Yes,
couple of other names.
yes.
How did these bands inform your journey and your voice? And maybe also your gospel?
Yeah, look, when I got saved in 1977, the 19th of July, before that I would have joined secular groups like the Rockets, Bloodshed, and so on. But I never got that opportunity because by the time when I got saved in 1977, I joined the revival, spiritual revival, and and I went to the rehearsal and I checked, let's check them out, because I'm used to singing. Let's check them out. How's the backing? How's the music, musicians? Because it's the first time I'm actually in a group.
Yeah.
But I knew what they supposed to give me. I knew because of listening to songs, golden oldies, and singing it along. But anyway, I was actually introduced to the group, and I was sitting there and letting them have their way because I'm new. So I can't just get up and they said, Brian, come do us a song. And the first song I did for them is I Want to Live the Way He Wants Me to Live. I said, wow. I said, yes, I hear you got a song like that here. Let me do that song. And I started off with that song. And after Spiritual Revival, we had a group Friends, and I took over Friends. And then I had the musicians that's so good now, like Nazim Brown, guitarist, jazz guitarist. Nazim was my guitarist, Aubrey Samay on keyboards. It's all guys that's in jazz now. But those were the guys that was with me in Friends. And I was the leader of Friends group at that time in Vandenberg. And from Friends, I went to Joining Links, I went to Starlight, I went to Royal Family.
You've been through it, eh?
Yes, but now I was actually checking myself out. How am I as a singer and a backing vocals as well at the same time? And I thought, okay, I can do it easy. Can I go higher to another group which is more challenging? Let's put it that way. And when I got married in 1981, New Commandment came and they came to the wedding and said, we want you.
We got it. We
want you, Brian, to come and sing with us. And I spent 5 years with New Commandment. It was fantastic. We were singing Joseph Stone, what's the other one in Wynberg? Can't come to the name now, but anyway, that all we also used in Wynberg.
Back in the day, it was busy.
Yeah, it was quite, and then we also traveled like everywhere in South Africa, you know, up country places, and we had just fun. It was just great ministering
It sounds
to
like
the people.
a great time. So you'll be
Yes.
performing Keeping the Faith and Depending,
on You.
Yeah. Why did you choose these songs?
Those are the two songs that is actually on YouTube. Those are the two songs that are finished. Are finished, but there is Holy Conversation in the War. There's quite a few that I need to
I
to
can't
finish.
wait to hear it.
But Holy Conversation is actually a cover of Cilla Black. You know Cilla Black?
Yes, yes.
She's passed on.
Unfortunately, we have to wrap up our interview, but I can't wait for us to actually put your performance out there. But right now, we need to join Luar in the lounge.